Coming up on This Week in Torrance, a new boutique hotel is under construction in the city. We'll tell you where.
Then civic-minded students take part in an annual program to learn how they can make a difference in the community.
And Torrance police officers partner up with Hawthorne PD to teach Torrance motorcyclists safety tips when riding. We'll tell you how you can sign up.
Plus, Providence Little Company of Mary Medical Center offers healthier options at their cafeteria, and it's not just for patients. We'll tell you why. These stories and much more are just seconds away.
Your local news starts right now.
Hello and welcome to This Week in Torrance. I'm Jin Chun.
And I'm Ben McCain. Thanks so much for joining us. Here are your top stories. For the third year, Torrance firefighters and community members were recognized for their selfless acts of bravery. The Torrance Area Chamber of Commerce hosted the Torrance Fire Department's Awards and Appreciation Luncheon recently. This year, the event took place at Torrance Memorial Medical Center's Hoffman Health Conference Center as honorees were recognized for their acts of heroism. The luncheon honors the brave members of the Torrance Fire Department who go above and beyond the call of duty and standard job responsibilities, along with community members and city staff who support their mission. Mayor Patrick Fury also thanked all the firefighters in attendance. This year's awards included Firefighter of the Year, Chiefs Award, Award of Merit, Company Award, Special Recognition Award, Civilian Employee of the Year, Mission Support, Business Recognition, and Community Awards.
A really exciting opportunity for us to recognize the troops, and it's always wonderful when you can acknowledge the great work and effort from our firefighters and first responders. As you stated, there's sometimes you don't get an opportunity to see them and recognize them on a daily basis.
One recipient of the Community Award was Kenny Philamohala, who we featured earlier this year. He was recognized for helping save a man from a burning car.
Well, City Council members voted unanimously to revise the city's current EV charging station pricings. The city's current 1 mile, 1 charger program will change, offering 25 cents per kilowatt hour for the level 1 charging stations, along with a $2.50 per hour prorated parking fee after a 60-minute grace period of the car reaching a full charge. This would also include a 49-cent per minute rate for the DC charging stations. The pricing decreases for level 2 in hopes of more people using it. The changes will cover the energy costs for the DC units. Users will also now know the prices up front and better control the length of their session. The city's 1 mile, 1 charger program aims to ensure that EV drivers are never more than 1 mile from a charging station while in the city.
Other topics discussed during the City Council meeting. May 1st was declared as National Teacher Day in the City of Torrance. The proclamation was accepted by Torrance Unified School District Superintendent George Mannon. May 6th through the 12th is Public Service Recognition Week. You can catch the recording of the council meeting online at torranceca.gov and also on our channel.
Assemblyman Al Muratsuchi is helping bring more money to a large metro project. Muratsuchi announced he will deliver $231 million in funding through the 2018 to 2019 state budget for the Green Line Extension Project, extending the Green Line from where it currently ends at the Redondo Beach Station on Marine Avenue to Torrance's Crenshaw Boulevard, where the city is currently constructing a new transit center. Officials hope the metro services will not only help with traffic congestion, but also offer environmentally friendly travel options for commuters and others who live and work in the area. The funding will make some of the options proposed more affordable. The city plans to break ground on the transit project in mid-May.
You have the chance to voice your opinions on waste collection charges. The Board of Directors of South Bay City's Sanitation District of Los Angeles County plan to hold a hearing at Torrance City Hall on May 16th to provide the public with an opportunity to make comments about the service charge report. No changes are being proposed to the current rates, and the hearing as an action that must be taken so the charges can continue. South Bay City Sanitation District provides wastewater collection, treatment, and disposal services. Residential and commercial users pay for their share of these services through the district's service charge program. The charge rate for fiscal year 2018 through 2019 is $132 per year per sewage unit. The district plans to collect the service charge as a separate line item on the property tax roll, but in order to do so, the California Health and Safety Code requires the filing and hearing on a service charge report. Now, you can find the report at lacsd.org. You can submit written comments about this by 10:30 a.m. on May 16th to the district clerk's office in Whittier.
Hundreds packed the Torrance City Hall to voice their opinions at a recent South Coast Air Quality Management District's Refinery Committee meeting. The focus was the use of hydrofluoric acid at refineries. Nearly 100 speakers testified, with almost an equal number of people supporting or opposing a ban on MHF. The Refinery Committee directed staff to return in 90 days with more information on the additive in the acid used to reduce the risk of creating a toxic gas cloud during an accidental release. They discussed proposed Rule 1410, which is intended to minimize the possibility of harm to the public due to an accidental release of hydrogen fluoride. The board also asked to discuss enhancing safety measures with the Torrance and Wilmington refineries. You can find the meeting's talking points at aqmd.gov.
A recent job fair in Carson attracted more than 700 students from across the South Bay, including many from Torrance. The 2018 Blueprint for Success Job Fair, held at the Juanita Millender McDonald Community Center, gave students from high schools, colleges, charter, and adult schools an opportunity to find a job. There were 73 employers from private and public sectors, and many did on-site interviews. 102 students received on-the-spot job offers, and another 345 were invited back for second interviews. The South Bay Workforce Investment Board operates 4 one-stop business and career centers, including one in downtown Torrance. It's located at 1200 Ingratiot Avenue. Still ahead, Los Angeles County Board of Supervisor Janice Hahn is the keynote speaker at an annual event. We'll take you there.
Plus, a local hospital pulls out the stops to offer gourmet food options. We'll tell you where.
You're watching This Week in Torrance. We'll be back in just a minute. Don't go away.
So there you are, shuffling through a stack of resumes, and you come to mine. This is it. First impression. My way in. But, here's the thing. Can my resume show you how I truly stand out? Can one piece of paper really tell you my whole story? Like, that I was studying, going to night school while working 2 jobs just to help my parents pay for groceries. Or how anytime there was an opportunity, I was the first one to step up. Because I wasn't gonna let my life, my circumstances dictate who I was gonna become. And all of that determination, the commitment, the drive, that's me. And that's something you just can't put on paper. Look beyond the resume and discover new ways to develop great talent like me.
Los Angeles County Board of Supervisor Janice Hahn stopped by a local business for the Lunch with Our Leader event. Sunrider International hosted the luncheon with the Torrance Area Chamber of Commerce. Supervisor Hahn represents the 4th District, and it was her second year to address this gathering. The supervisor talked about her recent trip to Congress. She pointed out finding a solution to homelessness in Los Angeles County. She said that there are nearly 58,000 homeless people sleeping on the streets. She mentioned U.S. Senator Dianne Feinstein is working on finding housing and helping homeless get back on their feet. Hahn discussed the future of the Affordable Care Act and funding needed for infrastructure projects across the county. She says Los Angeles County residents want to be part of the solution.
LA County has taxed themselves to solve some of these problems. Last March, voters in LA County passed Measure H, which added a 1/4-cent sales tax to fund issues affecting our homeless. We, the year before, passed Measure M, the transportation project. That'll bring in $120 billion for transportation projects. And every meeting I went in, I said, you know, that should put us at the head of the class.
Hahn says to combat homelessness, practices have to change, such as where homeless people can be taken to during a mental health crisis, saying emergency rooms is not the place to take them. She brought up the Metro Green Line extension project and also mentioned the idea of proposing that people should not be treated as criminals when using express lanes and be charged for one day's use. You can watch the whole address on Torrance City Cable's YouTube channel.
The 2018 Wings of Freedom flight tour stopped through Torrance, giving visitors the ultimate history experience. Zamperini Field Airport was home to several aircraft used during World War II. The Collings Foundation holds these tours to educate the public about the courageous veterans who served our country and to remember those who have passed. These aircraft stand as tributes to their crews and fly on as living history to enlighten future generations. Visitors got a chance to take an unforgettable flight in the B-17 Fortress or the B-24 Liberator. Every flight helps with maintenance and operational costs of the aircraft. The flight experiences are offered through the Collings Foundation in over 110 cities annually. For more information, visit collingsfoundation.org. The exhibit was here for just 4 days.
The Southern California Regional Occupational Center celebrated a milestone. The center, also known as SoCal Rock, celebrated its golden anniversary. Alumni, state leaders, community members, and staff all attended to celebrate the center that has provided hands-on training directly linked to the needs of the local labor market for the past 50 years. High school and adult students earn certificates in various fields to help them transition into employment and continue their education. Local employers were on site. Information on upcoming classes and wellness checks were also part of the event. Recently, Assemblyman Al Muratsuchi secured $10 million in additional funding over the next 4 years for the center. Muratsuchi requested that education funds be directed to SoCal Rock through the state's budget.
We were cut off from the state budget at the end of the 2014-15 fiscal year, and at that point we pretty much had to put together a ragtag budget to be able to survive and move forward.
For more information on SoCal Rock, go to socalrock.com.
Torrance students learned firsthand the importance of local government.
Thank the public for the patience during the construction.
In its 12th year, Students and Government Day invited 8th grade students to see how the city operates. It gave them an opportunity to stop by the police department, job shadow city employees, and even play the role of different council members to run a portion of the city council meeting. The goal of the program is to promote civic engagement with the hopes that students who recognize and understand local government will become more informed and involved citizens and voters as they grow to be adults. Students learn the importance of self-governance and participation at the local level. 21 students were selected after they were asked to submit a plan for the City of Torrance to utilize social media and other traditional methods of communication to engage citizens and increase participation within the city's local government.
I did this program by my social studies teacher bringing it up. She brought it up in front of our entire class, and I thought it was an interesting thing to do.
I cared about this program. I wanted to get into this program because this program meant something to me, because I wanted to learn more about the government, as I might not get another chance in the future to do so.
To learn how to participate next year, go to torranceca.gov.
Nearly 700 Torrance residents came out and did their part to recycle properly. They celebrated Earth Day by recycling paper and electronic waste at City of Torrance's Earth Day recycling event. Cars lined up to drop off their waste. Nearly 13 tons of electronics were recycled and at least 10 tons of paper were dropped off. The free event did not allow people to bring any hazardous materials to the event, such as batteries, bulbs, and chemicals. People were limited to 8 boxes or bags per car. To keep up with city recycling events, go to recycletorrance.org.
Letter carriers throughout the country are planning to not only pick up your mail, but also canned food. Reporter Louis Tran tells us more.
Kim Stagg is a letter carrier for the Torrance Post Office, where he has delivered mail for the past 28 years. But in a week, he will lead this year's Stamp Out Hunger food drive.
It's like a contest to see who can collect the most food.
On May 12th, the National Association of Letter Carriers will host its 26th annual food drive. With the help of the United States Postal Service, letter carriers like Stagg across the country will pick up canned foods and other personal items along their route.
It is a true labor of love. We are helping others.
I am excited that I can have that feeling in me, saying that I did help a few families.
According to Stagg, food banks typically receive majority of their inventory during the winter holidays, but by the middle of the year, most of this inventory is gone.
Any amount helps.
The food drive aims to fill in that gap, to help make sure those in need receive help throughout the year.
The world is not perfect, and something could strike at any moment, and we could all need this food.
Letter carriers are accepting all types of donations. This includes toothbrushes, tissue, soap, and even non-perishable food. Just leave them on your doorstep or mailbox, and they'll load it onto their truck.
Whatever we get, we're very, very appreciative.
Last year, the NALC collected over 18,000 pounds of food. STAG hopes to triple last year's amount with the help of the community.
60,000 pounds of food is our goal.
I just hope we have a great outcome that we can prevent other families from being in need.
Whether it's one canned food or two, STAG believes each donation will go a long way, helping to make a difference in the community.
If everybody donates, at least a bag just like this, it's going to help out a lot of people.
Help others, because you never know when you're going to need that same help.
For Torrance City Cable, I'm Louis Tran.
Thanks, Louis. For more information on how to donate or get involved with the food drive on May 12th, feel free to check out the NALC's website or your local post office.
Torrance Brewery is not only celebrating 1 year in business this month, but also celebrating being one of the best. Yorkshire Brewery in Torrance was recently named one of 50 best new breweries in North America by a national beer publication. Yorkshire was one of the only 4 in the state of California ranked. The annual list is compiled by beer advocate writers with feedback from subscribers and followers. Business owners say that breweries only qualify for this distinction within 1 year of being open. In the article, it shares that Yorkshire offers British-style beer, including complex cask-conditioned miles, pales, goldens, and porters. The brewery is one of the few places in America to earn a Cask Marquis certification. Congrats to Yorkshire. You can follow their journey on their Facebook page.
A new upcoming hotel that is under construction is being considered the first of its kind here in Torrance. Reporter Louis Tran tells us more.
Be more of like the backyard, but kind of like...
Near Chinani is a Torrance native and helps run a family real estate business where they manage multiple hotels. Chinani attended Cornell University and studied hotel hospitality. This will later develop her passion for the business.
I was like, this is it. This is my career.
For the past 21 years, Chinani's family has owned and managed the previous Travelodge Hotel located on Sepulveda Boulevard.
And of course,
while the family planned to renovate the hotel, Chinani had a much bigger idea in mind. She wanted to rebrand their business and create the city's first boutique hotel, Bluestem.
You kind of want to do it somewhere where you feel passionate about, and I think there's nowhere better than your own hometown.
It's not going to be like any other hotel that's anywhere in the area.
The 5 new executive rooms.
Chinani recognized the industry was changing and customers were looking for an authentic and local experience. Over the years, she saw the growth of Torrance and the opportunity to grow with her hometown.
The city is clearly growing rapidly, and it's exciting.
Chinani plans to include local beers, food, and artwork within the hotel to bring the Torrance culture to her customers, but also in hopes to support the community that has done so much for her.
I can start something in this city, which is already becoming like a cool city slowly, and help be part of that community that evolves it and takes it to the next level.
Well, I think it shows the surrounding businesses that you can be a vital part of the community.
The focal point of this hotel will be on the lobby and the courtyard. In the lobby, there will be a coffee bar, local art on the wall. Outside, there will be plants, trees, a green wall, where they'll also host yoga sessions.
Well, I just can't wait to see it happen. I've been working on this for 3 years.
The new boutique hotel is named after the California bluestem grass for its hardiness and adaptive character.
You're thinking, I'm entering this.
Chinani believes this reflects the community. She hopes her customers can feel the city's culture in each of its 58 rooms.
I want people to actually feel something in that transformation, not just another hotel, but it's like the Torrance Hotel.
For Torrance City Cable, I'm Louis Tran.
Thanks, Louis. Chinani anticipates that the Bluestem Hotel will open to the public this summer.
A local hospital is making sure there are healthier options for people working and visiting. Providence Little Company of Mary Medical Center launched its new menu with lower calories, sodium, and fat options. It features lean proteins, whole grains, and roasted vegetables. Torrance location is the first one in the Providence family to have its new program called Prov Portions and offers small servings.
We're offering 8 different entrees that'll kind of rotate through. Like for today, the featured entree is a grilled salmon with quinoa and roasted cauliflower, and we have a lemon chicken with some garlic green beans and a farro side salad with mushrooms.
Officials say for the past several years, Providence Health and Services has provided employees with incentives to help cover out-of-pocket health insurance costs. This year, employees have the option of earning points by tracking their healthy habits, including hours of sleep and daily steps. This cafeteria is open to the public.
A local woman used her quick thinking to help save a man suffering from a heart attack. Torrance City Cable reporter Louis Tran has the story.
Jessica Campbell is the general manager of the LA Galaxy Soccer Center located on Maple Avenue. And recently, one regular workday turned to something much more.
It's hard to wrap your head around how quickly and easily things could have gone the other direction.
Campbell was faced with an emergency. She found out that a soccer player at LA Galaxy was having a heart attack.
You're just thinking, like, please don't die. Please be okay. Please stick through this.
Campbell quickly grabbed the automated external defibrillator,
Attach defib pads to
a machine that revives the heartbeat through electrical shocks, and rushed to the field.
It was just panic, freaked out, like, oh my God, like, that's never happened here before.
Campbell quickly remembered her work safety training. She performed CPR while starting up the AED, which she used for the first time.
You could tell that he was in pain. His eyes were open. He was red-faced and sweaty.
I was just hoping for the best, and I was just like, I hope this all works out well, stays alive, and everything will be fine.
In order to use an AED, the person must first press the start button. The system will then tell the user step-by-step instructions on how to use it, such as where to place the pads on the person's body and when to deliver a shock.
It drastically increases survivability for patients who go into cardiac arrest, meaning their heart's no longer beating and they're no longer breathing.
According to the Torrance Fire Department, a person has about a 66% survival rate when their heart stops beating, but this decreases by 5% each minute they do not receive compressions, medication, or any electrical shock.
From the calls we've been on, the heart attacks in public, they happen very quick, and that's why it's really important for people to be able to look around for an AED, and at minimum, call 911, start that process, and then begin CPR.
Campbell and her employees are trained every 2 years on how to perform CPR and use AEDs. She credits her 6 years of training to help prepare her for moments like these.
Just knowing, that it's there and it's available and it's a resource that you should use is invaluable. Again, I'm just glad that everything turned out all right.
For Torrance City Cable, I'm Louis Tran.
Thanks, Louis. Campbell has not heard from the heart attack survivor, but has been told he is recovering.
Motorcycle enthusiasts looking to learn how to ride safer. Well, we've got a unique event for you. Torrance Police will partner up with Hawthorne PD to provide a Ride to Live motorcycle training course. The class promotes better riding skills and teaches techniques taught at law enforcement motor schools. On June 2nd, the departments will offer and instruct a class exclusively for Torrance residents. The course is free, but there are a few requirements. Riders must have a valid motorcycle license and insurance, have basic riding skills, bring your own motorcycle and protection, and have the drive to improve your skills. A few topics you will learn about include emergency braking, counter steering, negotiating curves, low speed maneuvering, and much more. The course is made possible by a grant provided through the California Office of Traffic and Safety. The City of Torrance has seen an increase in traffic accidents with motorcyclists over the last year. To register, go to ridetolive.com. There are 30 spots available. The event will take place in Hawthorne. Still ahead, upcoming events you won't want to miss.
Plus, we have the latest happening in the sports world. We'll be back in just a minute.
humans have been gathering around fires, sharing stories for centuries. It appears these hot ashes are about to be dumped, which could possibly start a wildfire.
Oh my gosh, bear!
Wait just a minute. Is that the Smokey Bear?
He scared us.
How will Smokey deal with such a hot situation? Precisely. The garden hose defense. Next, a thorough stir. Then another spray. And finally the true test. Feeling if the ashes are cool. It looks like they are. Bravo.
Wait, do you mind if we could just...
Ah yes, the selfie. A ritual practiced so frequently with this tribe. But not so much by Smokey Bear.
Just 1 second, Smokey, wait.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Welcome back. Here are some upcoming events. On Wednesday, May 9th, you can meet Torrance Police Chief Eve Irvine at the Bartlett Senior Center on Cravens Avenue. She will be available for a meet and greet at 7:30 p.m. through 9 p.m. And thanks to the new Farmers Market layout, you can stop by Saturday, May 12th, to learn about the use of whole grains and healthy living. Meet the chef and baker of Lodge Bread from 10 a.m. to noon. And on May 17th from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m., El Camino College will host a career fair on the library lawn. It will give El Camino students an opportunity to network with employers, learn about career options, and investigate career paths. To register or for more information, go to elcamino.edu. Now, let's find out what's happening in the Torrance sports world.
What's going on, AJ?
Hey guys, here's what you'll see on this week's edition of the Sports Desk. West and North battle it out on the softball diamond, and let's just say things are getting interesting in the Pioneer League. And speaking of West softball, it's time to get to know pitching sensation Miley Newman. Plus, we're serving up boys high school tennis as South and West battle for the Pioneer League title. And we'll take you to a special event going on at Shoot 360 that'll have you looking and feeling like $1 million. We'll have all these stories and so much more. Remember to watch the Sports Desk at 4 and 9:30 p.m. right here on Torrance City Cable. Jin and Ben, back to you.
Thanks so much, AJ. Well, that does it for us on This Week in Torrance. I'm Ben McCain.
And I'm Jin Chun. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll see you next time.